This is so powerful. Just watch it.
You know that most of what we picture about the three wise men at Christmas isn't actually what Scripture says? For example, the Bible never calls them wise men, and it never says there were three of them. And they didn't actually show up in Bethlehem until Jesus was a toddler. And on top of that, and this one might surprise you, the Magi weren't Jewish sages or Torah scholars looking for the long-promised Messiah. No, the term Magi, in Greek it's magoi, refers to pagan astrologer priests from the East, likely from Persia or Babylon. These were men steeped in an ancient pagan worldview shaped by the stars and omens and magic spells. In any other context, Israel would have considered men like this unclean and idolatrous. Yet, they're the ones who recognize the arrival of Israel's king. And what do they do when they finally find him? Matthew's gospel says they fell down and worshiped him and gave him expensive gifts. These are pagan Gentiles bowing before a Jewish child, acknowledging him as king. This isn't a throwaway detail. Matthew's making a tremendous point here. He gives us a staggering preview of Christ's mission. Yes, Jesus is the fulfillment of Israel's hope. But he didn't come for Israel alone. Right from the beginning, God is drawing the nations to his Messiah. This is a foreshadowing of the Great Commission where Jesus tells us to make disciples of all nations. So before Jesus speaks a word or performs a miracle or calls his first disciple, the nations are already coming to him. Amazing. Yes, of course, the shepherds, who were faithful Jews, glorified and rejoiced and praised God, and so did Mary and Elizabeth and Zechariah. But the Bible tells us that the first people to actually fall down and worship Jesus were Gentile outsiders, men who should have had no place in the story at all. So the next time you see a nativity scene with the wise men gathered around the manger, remember, they weren't actually there that night. They came later. And when they did, they gave the whole world a preview of the gospel. This king came not only for Israel, he came for us all.